when you come into September, all right, you are going to, with this Venus transit, you are going to start to begin to learn very valuable things on how you want to open yourself up to not only show more love, but receive love. This is going to be super important. So there's a part of you that wants to become a little bit softer here, all right? Because you may find that there is some kind of rigidity that is being created that you don't necessarily want. Again, it starts in July, but in September, you are in this place where you're like, okay, Venus is showing me right now what I want to bring into my life, and there has to be more excitement, and also spiritual growth is coming out of this as well. And that's the fulfillment aspect, okay? You could be dealing with a challenging situation in September that has a lot to do with you having to have creative solutions to figure out how to move past this. But the plus and upside of this is that there is a willpower to deal with those things for you, Aries. You know, you can overcome whatever challenges are being presented that have to do with love, have to do with the area of your chart where, you know, this is about you feeling good. This is about you feeling purposeful again. And so it is a solution that is going to come through. And Venus, one of the things that you need to think about with Venus is that Venus brings support. So in September, you're receiving support by someone who is going to offer a solution that you didn't think about. And this is going to be really important because you can solve this solution by what Venus is bringing in through somebody else. And that is going to be the key aspect here. I say, take the invitation of whatever it is that they're saying to you. You know, it's something that you didn't think about, it's something brand new. So you take in that invitation and you solve your issue. That is going to be huge in September. Okay, that's all I got for Aries. So big turning point in the way in which you're going to feel your life again, okay? Fulfillment. Taurus and Taurus rising. This is going to be unfolding in your fourth house. What's the fourth house? It's our emotional well-being. Since our upbringing, it's home and family. September, for many of you, fated events in September, all right? So much is going to be going on in September for many of you because there's a sequence of events that is unfolding or happening in your life, and it's going to come through another person that is actually a prominent person in your life or somebody that's really important in your life. And whatever this person is going through, the situation that they're going through, it'll throw off your plans. Uranus. It will throw off your plans. It's not going to go as you expected it to be. There's something really brand new that is unfolding here. And it feels exciting, but it also makes you nervous at the same time because obviously, unless you have some other very unique placements in your chart, it throws you off, okay? You like to stick to the plan. You like to know what to expect. Majority fixed signs are like this anyway. But what throws you off here is that, you know, these chain of events that are happening, and it's going to go on for about 10 days, okay, in September. And so there's going to be a lot of conversations that are happening during this time with friends and allies. You are, again, in a situation where you're feeling excited, but there is a part of you that might feel really nervous about this. And so this situation is kind of teaching you a lot about yourself, you know, and malleability and flexibility, or a side about you that you didn't realize you could actually be this flexible or this malleable, which is kind of nice, right? Like sometimes we need to learn certain things about ourselves that we know like other people appreciate, but you didn't appreciate that about yourself. So I think September comes with a touch of like you're learning this about yourself, okay? And so the change that is the ultimate outcome here, I think, for you, furthers your career or some kind of a hobby that you have, or it's going to further some kind of a connection that you're building during this time, okay? Again, it is going to be refreshing, but it comes through a surprise, and so it shocks you a little bit. But you are ultimately moving away from situations that feel soulless. That is the big key here, okay? Because Venus in Leo restores emotional respect, self-respect, and a time for yourself. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini rising. Wow. Well, this is happening in your mindset world, okay? The third house. September, the plans that you are working and making in August are going to continue to pick up here, which is going to be amazing. You are feeling the love. So sorry, I'm like coughing right now or something. I'm like, something's coming up. A sip of my Pellegrino, hold on. So there's some kind of celebration here in September. You feel immense amount of appreciation, immense amount of gratitude. I think that you're going to find what is happening in your life at this time super intriguing, all right? And it's going to continue to deepen that focus on the new plans that you have, which is going to be so important, okay? Specific people also. Specific people that you want to continue to deepen that connection with, or you want to continue working with, or you want to continue to connect with specific people, and it's going to help you with your plans and things that you're working on right now. September is going to be a really positive month for you. All right, Cancer. Cancer, this is happening in your second house, and that's the house of money, productivity, self-worth. The third thing is in September, this month is going to feel so much better. Okay, you're going through something like really weird, a little bit strange in August with like this observation that you're making and like this protection mode. But September, this month is feeling a lot better because you're gaining a lot of confidence and freedom and motivation. Okay, there's some kind of liberation that comes here in September when it comes to money, when it comes to productivity, when it comes to self-worth. Okay, skills that you're going to be working on, skills that you have that you want to develop, things that you know about yourself that are really good, and you're wanting to expand this aspect of your life. So things are going to make you feel good. The stuff that you're going to be working on is going to make you feel good. You're going to be quite busy, and the key here is going to be just go for things. Okay, try not to like stay stuck on making decisions around money for too long, because Venus is going to be going forward here. Like you've learned, you've seen what you needed to see, and this might also require for you to make a decision around money. There could be some travel plan attached to this. Just go for it. Try not to hold yourself back even more. All right, just go for the things. Like it'll feel good, just go for it. Try not to overthink it. Leo, this is happening in your first house. So the first house is the self. Who am I? What am I up to? All right. Questions about your vitality also. Questions about who you are and the journey that you're on. Right. And so September, the third most important thing is going to be that you are now going to be looking at situations that are very similar or feel like that are forcing you to a specific outcome. Or you may have signed something in the past, okay? You felt like you had to sign this damn thing. You didn't even have control over it or something. This kind of a topic comes back around in September. And you are going to realize ultimately whether you are facing to sign something then, or you had been facing to sign something ahead of time. You are going to realize this thing is not going to work out. It is not going to work out. And that is going to be the key. Okay? You realize you have to walk away from this. You have to pay attention to what's being pointed out here, because you are going to be given feedback around this time by stuff that comes up. Again, whenever we take a look at the first and the seventh house axis, we can take a look at agreements. Might not even be a physical thing that you're signing. It could be the energetics of relationships, and then how you feel in relationships and the role that you're playing. So around this time, you are going to get the support. Venus brings feedback. Feedback how? Through a person, all right? What you can expect is this person is going to give you feedback. And this feedback is going to be about something you may not like to hear. It's going to be about you. So I would say that at first, you're not going to like what it is that you're going to hear, but ultimately what you're realizing is, yeah, I actually needed to really hear that. And I do not have to go on this path because I always show up in a particular way. This slows down my progress, the process that I'm in right now. It's really important to me. I don't want to slow my life down. I'm not doing this. So there's a huge realization that is coming in September, and you're navigating a situation that would have maybe slowed you down and kept you stuck. Good news, okay? So this Venus transit is going to be happening in your 12th house. What's the 12th house? The 12th house is the house of spirituality. It's the meaning of life. Oftentimes this can deal also with subconscious things, right? That are coming up to your consciousness that you get the opportunity to work on. And it can have to do with insecurities or some kind of fears that you may have. The third thing for you, Virgo, is going to be that you are rearranging your life and rearranging things in a massive way in September. It's obviously going to be your birthday month, but it is going to be a time where you are massively rearranging, organizing. You're making really great decisions during this time because things are going to start to make sense now after you have processed all of the things that you needed to process. You're going to become more effective. You're going to feel more free at the same time around being more effective, organizing your life in a different kind of way. And so around the last week of September, you are going to free up more time to do things that you really want to focus on. And that's going to excite you because it is going to come with a new goal. Okay, so that is what's happening for you. Venus is going to be in the 11th house for all Libra risings. Social reputation, friends, communities, places that you belong to. In September, everything starts to feel good on every level. Like things are starting to level up and things are going to start to feel so much better on so many different levels, okay? September is going to be one of those months where you're going to be feeling like more confident. And it's because of the way that things have been unfolding up until this point and where they're going. Something about that is making you feel a lot more confident that Venus retrograde is starting to phase out. It is starting to, move direct during this time. And so you're going to feel like, there's new experiences that you're going to want to have. You are attracting new experiences at this time into your life. And it'll also present itself through the end of September and beyond. Okay, so it's not just going to be in September, but it's actually going to be beyond September as well. You'll be enjoying like new sceneries, friends, social settings. I think another thing that is going to be really important here is that any kind of challenge that you have still that you're working on, you are going to be able to deal with this now from a completely different aspect. I think this is going to be really important for you to know because some of this Venus retrograde, obviously it's your planet, it is going to kind of confuse some things a bit. Even though it comes with opportunities, even though it comes with some exciting stuff, some relationship dynamics might also feel a little bit confusing, but you're going to be working out any kind of challenge that you have that kind of maybe sometimes make you feel like you're not appreciated or there's like love that is missing. You're going to be working all of that out. But the way that you're going to work it out is that you start to realize in September that you're going to be assertive, which then brings me to the last thing and the last prediction that I have for you for the month of September. When you are working on becoming more assertive or feeling more assertive, there's a specific challenge that comes up in a setting where there's other people involved, could also involve your children, where you will feel like you're going to want to deal with this and you're going to deal with it head on, and that is going to surprise the other person, but you feel like actually that this time you are making a very positive impact here. And that's going to feel really good, okay? And it's going to heal you at the same time. And that is why this Venus in Leo is going to be so powerful for you. You're actually going to be dealing with this situation head on, and you're going to cut this repetitive pattern out with this relationship dynamic that's going on. So that's going to be really important. So now we're going to move to Scorpio. Scorpio, this is going to be happening in your career house. Career is very important. September, you are busy in September. There's so much happening in September. All right. September is going to be like one of those months where you're ready to change things up, even in the physical environment that you're in, okay? And the reason I say that is because, of course, the Venus is happening or transiting your career house, but it is also taking a look at your 4th house, which is your home and comfort levels. And so you're going to be in a place where you're ready to bring in some fresh energy. So you might feel like you want to change things in your house. You might feel like that you want to change stuff up in your home environment, and that is going to be interesting as well. So you feel like there's something that needs an update, so you get busy, doing that. So you're bringing like a whole new fresh energy in. But it's not just kind of like, oh, you feel like you're wanting to change things up in your home. This feels different. All right, whatever it is that you're doing, it's like a motivation and a determination to create something so different in your life. And that is where this is coming from. Okay, it's going to feel new. It's going to feel a little bit deeper than just like, oh, I'm just changing up the curtains, It's like, okay, you get to focus on this aspect of your life a whole lot more because you're wanting to bring in emotional, well-being, not only in the career field, but also in home and family. So that is why this motivation is coming through. All right, Sagittarius, this is going to be unfolding in your 9th house. The 9th house of beliefs, philosophy, religion, maybe a long journey that you're wanting to take on, right? You're wanting to travel somewhere. In September, there's a situation that you're going to be a part of that's going to be slowed down in the beginning, okay? Somehow there's going to be some kind of a delay in September. But this delay is going to teach you a lot. What is it going to teach you? Communication. Things that you're going to be hearing, things that you're going to be talking about, and things that are not going to have honesty around it. This is going to be a lot to take in, but you're also going to realize that you have changed because the stuff that you're learning about, you're not going to be taking it as seriously right now. Like, you're not going to be upset about it the way that you used to be. All right, that is going to be another very important realization here. And I think that you're going to appreciate this. It's going to bring kind of a new energy into your life just because you feel like you are different. And that is going to be the wrap up of this confidence glow up that is kind of happening. Not that you didn't have it before. Okay, it's just a different kind of confidence in relationships. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Wow, Capricorn, huge time for you, all right? This is going to be happening in your 8th house. This is the house where you feel that you have some kind of commitments and loyalties to certain aspects, certain people, and you feel like you want to release yourself from this kind of karmic pattern right now. September brings up a lot of movement, all right? This is going to be a month where so much is going to be opening up for you, Capricorn. Like, you are going to open up so many different areas at the same time in your life, just with money, with new connections, with happiness, a new adventure that is coming into your life. And all of this is going to be, of course, welcomed by you, You are going to work a bit more than what you thought you were going to do. But I think at the very end of the day, you're going to be very happy with all the decisions that you're making. And you're taking on a new commitment during this time. And I think that that is what's going to be very motivating. But again, lean into the work, see kind of what you need to work out here. But it's a new opportunity, a new adventure. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, this is happening in your 7th house. The 7th house brings interpersonal relationships, okay? It can also sometimes bring moral and ethical topics up in partnerships, but you are right now going to be working on, relationships quite a bit and how relationships impact you. In September, you are celebrating. This has a lot to do with particular projects, with a goal. You're taking your life and goals to the next phase, and this is huge. You are going to be initiating a brand new mindset, which is going to be amazing, of course. Of course, anytime that we're diving into something new, it's exciting, right? It comes with a new initiation in the way in which we're thinking. And that, I think, is going to be unfolding here for you. And I think that because of that, you are going to have a new determination to create specific outcomes in your life. That is going to be the key in September. Okay, you're ready to turn the next page You're ready to go into the next chapter. And that is what is going to be unfolding mostly in September for you. Really, really, really good month. So Pisces and Pisces rising. Where is this Venus unfolding for you? It is in your 6th house. I call the 6th house the obstacle course. Many times the 6th house has a lot to do with our daily routines. Okay, there's challenges in the 6th house that we have to navigate from the moment that we wake up until we go to bed. This is the time for you to focus on success and a new definition of success, which runs into September. The third thing that I want to talk about. Your routines are changing during this month a lot. Lifestyle is changing a little bit more because you are going to narrow things down to what your ultimate baseline of happiness is when it comes to day-to-day commitments. And one of the things I think that you are going to be dealing with here is that you're going to change something that felt so difficult, felt like a huge mountain to conquer, but actually isn't as big as you thought. All right? You are going to be changing a few minor things that will give you so much more productivity in return. And the key word in September is going to be endurance. All right? Endurance is key because there's something that you're creating with your lifestyle right now, or you're like creating a specific thing in your life that is expanding commitments or expanding your lifestyle. And endurance plays a huge role. And so think of endurance and think of what is not allowing for you to be consistent or be in this place where endurance is key. And that is what I believe that you're going to be kind of working out during this month. All right. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. And if you have any questions, you can always drop them in the comments below, and I'm going to see you soon. Okay. Bye.